somebody else beat you.
You've played against Tom Izzo's teams and have terrific, well, not necessarily terrific memories on your end in this building, but you know Coach Izzo well. What makes him so good?
His guys are always the toughest guys on the court, right? I mean, they never back down from a fight, and they run the floor. They're so impressive at sprinting the floor. You watch it on tape, and you just don't realize how fast they are until you get back on defense. And guys like Mo Peterson and Cleaves are coming at you, and it's never stopped, right? Draymond, they have athletes that know how to fly up and down the court.
10 on the shot clock. Spartans have shot 5 for their first 8. It's at 5. Down to 3. Fears launches and drills it. Just 25% from downtown on the year, and that is his 20th 3 of the campaign.
There's only 1 out of his last 10, and he gets the ball screen there. He comes off of it. Typically he gets downhill, but he's got to take that shot. It's a great screen and an elite three-point shot.
That doesn't fall for Brown. 8 straight for Sparty. Looking to bounce back. Tom Izzo said we got our behinds kicked on Friday night against Wisconsin. Started slow, got within 9, and Coach Izzo said we just couldn't do the little things.
Kohler's got a mismatch down there. They didn't find him, and wow, it's great defense by UCLA.
Give Donovan Dent his 40th steal of the season.
Well, these two guys here have to work this pick and pop action. Dent and Bilodeau. Dent's got to turn the corner. Bilodeau's going to knock down some shots. And speaking of a three-point shooter, this guy before the injury was the top three-point shooter in the country.
Skyy Clark is shooting 49% from downtown. Missed the 10 games with the hamstring injury, but they have him back now. Tom Izzo said he's the X factor of this matchup.
That's the first thing that he said to us when he came over today at practice and sat down.
Nice spin move off 1 foot. Wow, Jackson Kohler.
Jackson Kohler. He's had such a great year, but he's been in a slump over the last few games. But when he gets that three-pointer going, that gives him confidence for that mid-range. It's nice to see Skyy Clark on the floor. Those hamstrings are so tricky. He's been out a long time since the Iowa game, but I'll tell you what, you can't leave him open.
No, you can't, as Scott commits the foul.
Well, here's Skyy. I mean, he plays great defense. Moves well without the basketball. Here's that screen. You go under, and you're going to pay the price. That Steph Curry range. Just getting back at it. Played a handful of minutes at Michigan. He needs to have a big one.
Sure does. They've been working him back with the minutes. Nick Cronin said we need him. His presence on both ends. He is also the Bruins' best defensive player.
So quick with his hands. Very unselfish.
Down to 10. Here's Dent. Back to Clark. Skyy is short. Look at Carr gliding for the rebound, but he traveled.
See, UCLA is a completely different team with Skyy on the floor. His guy helped off right there. Dent turns the corner. They got the shot that they wanted, but you cannot collapse on the point guard with number 55 standing out there. That's a 50% three-point shooter.
And this is what Tom Izzo told us earlier today. He said our defense has not been anywhere near where it needs to be. Another open look for Clark. He can't hit, but we're going to get a foul on the Spartans, fighting for the rebound.
Well, Michigan State worked on this underneath out-of-bounds defense for 10 minutes in practice today. Tom Izzo said UCLA is so physical in these situations. They'll push you, they'll bully you, and they get open shots. And Skyy got a wide open look there.
UCLA's last 7 attempts have been beyond the arc, but Michigan State, it's so rare for them to go through a defensive drought like they've been on. 5 straight games of allowing at least 75 points matches the longest streak of allowing 75 or more in the Tom Izzo era. That's way off for Dent. And now we're going to get a foul going the other way.
Drilling threes. You've got to play him for the drive, and he made him pay for that decision.
This time a catch and shoot and another switch. Jeremy Fears Jr. 2 for his first 2 from downtown. Michigan State's made their last 6 shot attempts. UCLA 1 for their last 7. Perry, offensive foul.
Well, Pierce coming into this game, only 1 out of his last. Playing right here in this first few minutes.
How about when they get downhill, because they lead the Big Ten and they're 10th in the country, 17 fast break points per game. They're up 8-0.
Well, they've been leading the Big Ten in fast break points for the last 30 years. Right. There's nothing new under the sun, Johnny.
Foul on Carr. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule on Peacock tomorrow night. Can Steve Lutz and Oklahoma State seize an opportunity? They're right on the bubble. They welcome in number 8 Kansas. This Saturday, a Big Ten, Big 12 doubleheader, College Park, and down to TCU. And then next Wednesday, folks, it's as big a game in the Big East all season, St. John's at UConn from Hartford.
Yeah, I don't know why Skyy Clark's passing some of these shots up. He had an open 3 there early.
Kick out for a 3 with 3 on the shot clock was off, and UCLA is 1 for its last 9.
Use it, get 2 feet in the paint, and kick it out to a shooter if he doesn't attack the rim.
UCLA has not scored in over 4 minutes. Tom Izzo's challenge to his team: defend a heck of a lot better, and tonight the nation's 7th-ranked defense has showed up. Down to 6. Bilodeau with 3. Contested shot, and the drought continues.
Forcing fadeaway mid-range jumpers. That's just elite defense.
Well, this is exactly what Coach Izzo worked on with his group the last 2 days, Jess, because he took that personally Friday night. You just do not see the Spartans lose a game by 21 points. This is their worst loss in 4 years in terms of margin. Turnover.
Wisconsin's pretty darn good, right? They had 15 threes. And Coach Izzo said they couldn't miss, and that's about as well as they could play.
What a week for the Badgers, winning at Illinois and following that up with a dominant performance over the Spartans.
Dent has to find a way to get downhill here. He's got to attack.
Dent got to the elbow, down to 5. Turnaround is long. They are 1 for their last 12.
Well, somebody from UCLA has to force a whistle. You're going to have, even if you pick up a charge, these fadeaway soft moves at the rim, they just don't work, especially here.
Another one. This one short, but another foul over of a Big Ten regular season title.
When they're shooting the ball the way they've been shooting it lately, when you add that size to it, nobody's going to beat them.
UCLA trying to get out of a long drought. They have been ice cold, and they just turn it over. Donovan Dent instantly points to Mick Cronin.
Well, they finally got the stop that they wanted. And they pushed the fast break, and it looked like Dent threw it right at a Michigan State player. He wanted him to review it, but Coach Cronin said, look, it's not worth burning a timeout over.
Zone look. And then into a man for the Bruins. Jordan Scott. He's starting to heat up, making his 4th start of the season. Tom Izzo says he could change our ceiling. How so?
They get scoring from the wing position, an athlete on the wing position, right? Somebody who can make big shots. He's 12 points per game over his last 3, and he's 8 out of his last 17 from beyond the arc. That really changes your offense.
Divine Ugochukwu out for the rest of the year with a foot injury. Tom Izzo said we need even more from Scott. Need more from Kurtang. 5 on the timer. Here's Skyy Clark. Extra pass. Dent. No. Back to the...
It was about talent and speed, and Mopeet catching lobs and dunking on everybody. It was fantastic.
What was it like facing Mopeet?
It was, I was at the back of the press sometimes, and it was just impossible, right? The only thing you could do is try to grab him, because Mateen, you know, it took 2 guys to slow him down. He was just like a running back crashing through the line.
Bilodeau off the window.
Nice. Hey, get downhill for UCLA. Chip away. It's got to be at this end where things have to change.
They brought that double. It's going to be enough time report. What a night on Peacock. Michigan getting past Purdue. Wolverines now up to 15-1 in the conference. Purdue drops to 11-4. Michigan State at 10-4. You want that triple bye in the Big Ten tournament. And again, all 18 from the Big Ten make the conference tournament this year. Nobody's left out. Cooper with Michigan State's last 7 points. They're on a 25-4 run. And this is the area that we talked with Tom Izzo about, because the turnovers, they had been an issue and have been something that he's monitoring. They only committed 9 against Wisconsin. That their 6th of the night.
Well, Fears needed to call for the ball screen there from Coop, and he just called him off, and then things got stuck on one side. They've been their best when they're moving the ball side to side.
Bilodeau. He's got half a dozen. The problem for UCLA, the best three-point shooting team percentage-wise in the Big Ten, just 2 of 10. And they got some early open looks, Jets.
They've had open looks. Perry just had an open look. If you're Michigan State, you cannot let Clark get loose. I mean, I know they're down big right here, but if there's a guy who can bring them back from beyond the arc, it's one of the nation's best three-point shooters. In the last couple of possessions, they've had wide open shots. They're just not hitting them.
No, Michigan State at 64%, UCLA at 32%. Another turnover by the Spartans, and again, 224th in the country in turnover percentage. It is something to monitor. And now we get a foul on late.
Absolutely.
They've got Illinois this weekend, still have Nebraska at home as well.
Absolutely. They take care of business at home, especially against Illinois. They're going to be in pretty decent shape.
Shot clock at 10. Down to 6. Carr, corner. Fears. He has been red hot. Third three.
Just great defense by UCLA. They pack the paint. They force Carr to take a long three, and they forget to do the most important thing, the thing they talked about, the thing we featured off the top, block out and rebound. You give Michigan State 2 opportunities. They're going to make you pay 90% of the time.
Jeremy Fears Jr. entered this night with 19 threes made on the season. 25 games, 25% from beyond the arc tonight. He's got 3 of 5 from downtown. A different Fears. Down to 3. Fears having a nuclear half. That's a really difficult shot. Bilodeau shut him down. Clark, corner. Lid on the bucket. Tom Izzo's going to call a timeout. And what they've lacked from the 2 spots, but Tom Izzo still, you brought it up, he believes that his team can get to that tier and be in the final weekend. 2 on the shot clock here. Carr, he just stumbled. That's a traveling.
Well, that's great defense. I'm still a little disappointed Graham didn't join us for steaks last night. We could have solved a lot of problems with that guy sitting there. I know. Here's the move. Carr just not confident with that 3-point shot. This is good officiating. There's nowhere to go. I sent a text to Brendan Quinn and asked him to come to dinner last night too, but he sends a text back and said he's in the Swiss Alps covering some sort of event. I think he was just over there skiing. He's gotten soft now that he's been promoted.
Good segue, partner, because we have an update from Milan coming up on the Liberty Mutual Insurance halftime report. And Brendan does a great job with the Athletic. USBWA, great as well. Here's Dent, down to 12, gliding, tied up, kicking, it's Clark. He knocks it down, Skyy Clark.
Great job getting into the teeth of the defense, not panicking, kicking it out, and Skyy's got to keep firing. I mean, forget about your legs, the hamstring, the shooting percentages.
Fears kick, clock down to 3. It's Scott, he's stuck. And that's gonna.
He's a great free throw shooter as well.
Well, Nick Cronin said this morning, Tyler Bilodeau is everything he wants in a player. Came from Oregon State. He's the son of two parents who are both fantastic athletes. And Mick said, that allows me to be hard on him.
Yeah.
I could say anything to him, and he says, yes, sir.
He's got a bright future ahead of him. He can play in the NBA. I mean, he's a pick and pop guy. He's 6'9", 6'10", who can shoot the three.
Oh, high-low. Instead, they go back to Fears, who buries it. Jeremy Fears Jr. with 4 triples. A career-high 4 threes made for Fears. Clark, nice move. Couldn't cash in. Offensive rebound and a stick back for Xavier Booker, making his return to East Lansing tonight.
Coach Cronin, what did he tell us at practice? He said the game doesn't start against Michigan State until the shot goes up, right? So you have to rebound the misses. Now, that was a weight room move right there. They're finally showing a little toughness. Another wide open three.
For Kohler, no, there's Scott. Unmanned. Yeah. Nobody was on Jordan Scott, and that has to make Mick Cronin furious. Give Scott 5 straight games of scoring in double figures, Jess.
Yeah, that's a big story in the Big Ten. And obviously, Fears hitting threes. That's an even bigger story in the league.
Bilodeau turning short. Kohler a dump down, and we're going to get a foul on
against these guys, and it just hasn't gotten through to them.
Carr. Down to 6. Here's Fears. Crossover over to Tang. He's long. Rebound to Booker. Bruins trying to get back into things. Dent. And he was just met right away by Ward. Now a foul on Dent. His first. See that from Fears. Always physical, the aggressor of this team, but brings them the swagger. No question about that. Down to 6. Here is Carr.
Wow.
And Cohen Carr drills it. He's got half a dozen.
I can't believe what I just saw there. I thought I saw an old Tom Davis flex play by Tom Izzo. The cross screen and leads to the mid-range jumper. And I'll tell you what, the Spartans are playing well, aren't they, John? I mean, this is really amazing to watch.
Carr gives it off. Nice delivery, and then 2 Bruins were there, Booker and Daly. Well, this is the team that we saw get in the top. Officials clarifying a 3 from Tyler Bilodeau as he now comes off a screen and hits another rather than a 2. So it is 50-32 now, and the Bruins have gotten within 18, trying to chip away at this thing, Jess Suttles.
He is such a tough guy to guard because of his length. He rises up, even if he has a hand in his face. He leads the league in three-point shooting. You can see why, but they're finally starting to hit some of those open threes. They were so broke in the first half.
Another one for Tang. Michigan State's 10th triple of the night. The Spartans' first game hitting 10 or more threes since January 2nd at Nebraska. And driving is Bilodeau. We saw Tang come up big. That Illinois game was incredible down the stretch into regulation, then going into overtime. Tang with a huge shot as Ward hits it. And then it was Jake Davis who forced the OT with those free throws with a second left, and then Michigan State came out on top. And you think the world of that Illinois team. What'd you tell me earlier today?
Well, I'll tell you, the teams I've watched this year, I'd go with Houston right now to win the national title, and my second team would be Illinois. I think when they're healthy, they're that good. They're so physical and tough. They know how to break down a defense. I sure like the response here by Michigan State. They're not just unselfish. They pass the ball in the right spots.
Now it's Curtain. The Spartans cannot miss. They have 10 twos to 11 threes tonight.
They're 6-1 over their last 7 games in this building, and their average margin of victory.
Uh-oh! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Cohen Carr! Clark, a silencer for Skyy Clark. Fears downstairs. This has been a complete performance by the Spartans. Carr this time with a dish, serving dinner for Ward's of feast. Timeout, Mick Cronin.
Tom Izzo's helped so many guys in the profession, right? Because he knows the highs and lows of the profession, the misery of losing. And he also stays in touch with his former players. Even the guys, as Carr drills a three there, even the guys who have left the program, Tom Izzo will still help, which is just so rare with the chaos that's going on today. But Pep Cronin and Mick Cronin's dad is a legendary coach in the state of Ohio. They know that there are going to be some tough years. There are going to be some tough stretches. Mick Cronin's been coaching since he was in college as an undergrad, coaching JV, high school. He's one of the top defensive minds in the country. It's just getting away from him. These long road trips have been hard for UCLA. They've got to get back home and regroup. But they've got to find a way to be better defensively. They're not average defensively right now, which is really surprising for one of his teams.
Clark, shot clock expires. He was short, and we get a foul. Turning around, and another foul. Was told there was no tryouts. Applied to become a team manager. Shadow days were had. That didn't end up happening. And so he went for Michigan State. It didn't work out. Got a spot with San Diego, the Toreros, and now back in East Lansing tonight as a Bruin. Got the basketball now and kicks out for a three.
Yeah.
It swishes home.
Right on cue. I mean, he doesn't try to conquer the double team, just kicks it out, makes the extra pass, and he's coming and giving them a spark. He played with toughness. He tried to throw down. Nice couple minutes here.
Fears dishes it off. And it's thrown away. Numbers for the Bruins. Off to Clark, who hits it. You look at this second half, just settles, it's 29-25. Yes, in favor of the Spartans, but this game, it was out of reach. Look to go on a run now in the tournament, trying to be on a collision course with Canada as well. They will meet Sweden on NBC tomorrow afternoon, 3:10 Eastern Time. John Fanta just settles. Our wonderful crew, corner triple, and it's good. Cohen Carr with 16.
And that's one of the underrated parts of Tom Izzo's career, right? The ability to come out of timeouts and draw up the perfect play and get his shooter open. Just fantastic.
He's got 11 and 7. We've seen the Spartans at their best tonight, Jeff Suttles.
Oh, we have. The way they share the basketball, their offensive rebounding, the decisions they've made in the open court, and especially the pick and roll action. It's just been incredible.
Boy,
oh, no.
You hate to see this. You hope Clark is okay. He immediately was limping and holding his left leg. Has dealt with that hamstring, nodding, and now going to get stretched out by Perry.
Now, this is a guy who went back-to-back games right before the injury, John, of hitting 6 triples in back-to-back games. Hurts the hamstring against Iowa. Obviously has hurt their offense. Reaching for his calf.
From Illinois to Louisville to UCLA these last 2 years. Skyy is an LA kid. Nick Cronin complimenting how much he fights defensively. And good to see him walking on his own power off the court.